All right, now I can say, hi y'all, how are you? Woo, we're in Las Vegas, but we're at the Four Seasons. How cool is this? So thank you very much for being here. I'm Sue Mitchell, and I know many of you, but we also have many new faces in the room. And so I just wanted everybody, if you will, to take a look at your wrist. And I think you have a right band and actually a red band and a black band, okay? But everybody that thinks the world is happily ever after, please raise your red band. Okay. For those of you that are thinking it might be a little grim out there, please raise your black band. All right. Turn to your partner and introduce yourself, please, there at the stage. We want to get this off to a grand old start. Say hello to the people around you. Okay. So that's the kind of energy we want all day today. We want to have us thinking and pushing and moving the credit union space ahead. And so for those of you that have been part of an underground, we just keep it going. So if you need to get up, take a break, walk outside, please do. And we're just going to keep making it happen. It's going to be a fast pace today. And for those of you that haven't attended an underground, what makes it different? Authentic. Conversations that are real. Conversations that we open our heart up about and say, hey folks, we need to come together on this. We have a society today that needs credit unions more than ever. And we have to be able to keep up and be competitive. So in 2019, we started working with coming to Vegas and encouraging people to be part of Money 2020 because it's the largest place in the United States where we're talking about money. And that's what this is all about. We believe in that, we believe in the conference, and we believe that that's where our credit unions need to collectively be to be learning. So we're going to investigate some of those things today. So I'm going to start off now by taking a look at the person that's typically here to kick us off, and that's Brandy Stankovic, and she's coming into us from Wyoming. So if you will, our first production.
Hey, it's your girl, Dr. Brandy Stankovic, and welcome to the Underground. Once upon a time, in a land not so far away, the world began to leave behind those who were less fortunate. But in that time of need, people realized that collaboration and cooperation would ensure that future generations could thrive. So people came together and supported one another, and credit unions were born. For more than 100 years, credit unions were a voice and a refuge where people could find financial security. As with all stories, there were times of abundance and there were times of strife. But at the end of each era, credit unions remained as a light for those seeking more for themselves, their families, and their communities. Today, credit unions are again at the precipice of a new era. Will it be a grim fairy tale, or will we find our happily ever after? The world is changing quickly, and we must step up, because if we don't, those that we serve and the businesses and the humans that we provide financial well-being for will again be lost and left behind. Today is the day, the moment, where you can take control of your destiny and write your own story. It'll be tough, it'll be dirty, and it's going to be hard, but we must refocus on our principles and be ready to quickly adapt, engage, and take risks. And the underground is where we make it happen. There are some brilliant people in this room. Don't miss your opportunity to build relationships, to network, to take a chance, to do something different. We respect the legacy and story of the past, but what got us here won't get us there. And remember, despite the optimism you may be feeling today, life isn't a fairy tale. There's no magic wands, no magic potions, no flutes that make rats dance. None of us are beautiful when we're sleeping, and there's no Prince Charming. Trust me, I've been looking. But I also know that we're working hard towards that happily ever after. And if we work together, we might just get there. I'm sorry I can't be with you today. I'm facilitating a strategic planning session and coming to you live from Wyoming. But I'll be around this week, so I'll be checking in with you and finding out how many of you are putting your ideas into action. You know, the underground is the place that you make things happen. It's kind of like a good cup of coffee. It's like a jolt of energy that you need in the morning. And it's probably gonna irritate the shit out of you. Sorry, Sue. Let's get it done.
None of this would be possible without our partners. And so you saw the flags out in the opening, and I just want to, again, thank everybody for being here, for helping us to make this happen. And today is also going to be dedicated to the World Council of Credit Unions, and you'll learn more about that as well. So thank you for being part of the credit union system. So a couple of thoughts. The average credit score for credit unions today is over 700. Our regulators want us to be lending to the same audience that the entire financial services industry is lending to. It's tough for us to make other people's dreams come true. It's tough for us to fulfill the credit union mission. And I was talking to Brian Cass from now, True Stage, okay, Ventures Group. I did it. It was in my brain. And we were talking about kind of this whole theme. And so I want to thank Brian for us being able to get into this concept and talk about what it really means for credit unions to fast forward and fulfill our mission. So I have notes here that we're going to look at criminals. We're going to talk about wolves. We're going to talk about tortoises, hares. We're going to look at what's happening out there if we don't stick together. But we're also going to talk about how together we can make a difference on a collaborative level. So there's only one person that I want to take a moment and recognize. And Zach, if you'll stand up for a second. Zach Christensen, everybody. Will you give him a round of applause? I didn't get that much attention. Now, Zach is a special person, as you all know, and he's involved much more than any particular project, but he helped create that video, and so the production value is just excellent. And today, he's not only going to play the role of an executive director of our initiative, our industry's initiative, CU Pride, but he's also going to be our MC. So please welcome Zach to the table, or to the audience.
Thank you, Sue. Don't worry, we'll find a way to give you some recognition later, I promise. So, everyone, it's so amazing to see you. And again, like Sue said, so many new faces out there that I was trying to rush by and just read name tags to make sure I could know who was out there. But we're so happy to see you. A couple things. I was hearing that at registration, some of you didn't want to pick up a grim black wristband, and I appreciate the optimism. Hey, I'm a half the glass is half full kind of guy, but the underground's about being real and really understanding where we're going. So as we're going through, our speakers are going to ask you, do you think it's grim? Do you think it's happily ever after? And if you and your neighbor agree or disagree, guess what? That's okay. Talk, collaborate, figure out why and where the solution might lie within that. Before we go any further, I would like to recognize the rest of the team that makes this happen. First, starting with Mike Stankovic, partner of Mitchell Stankovic and Associates and husband to Sue Mitchell. Mike, give a wave. There he is in the back. Then we have Ryan Stankovic, part of the team, our quality engineer, and just my dude helping make things happen today. Ryan, where are you? There he is. All right, and then we have Patsy Van Auerkirk. She's retired CEO of Travis Credit Union and one of our consultants. And then we have the incredible LaTanya Allen from GPO Federal Credit Union, who is our photographer and just our go-to. So thank you all for everything that you've been doing.